this is Adira, and I just came to you guys today to re-talk about what Karina talked about earlier in the week. And I want to say, Karina, you are totally right about the standing ovation thing, because I know I have an example. So I went to the Swan Theater to see a production of Antony and Cleopatra when we were in London last fall, and it was totally amazing. I mean, the actors and the actresses who played Mark Antony and Cleopatra were phenomenal. The back cast, like the man who played Ena Barbers, was amazing. The man who played the soothsayer and Eros was also amazing, and he sang phenomenally. He said during the Haitian Revolution. And one of the little insert or poster things that I got from the play, it says the Haitian Revolution at the top, and then at the bottom it says, "See Shakespeare's story of history, most famous lovers transported to the volatile island of Haiti. At the moment it was changed forever." So the whole idea of, as you can see, like, they put a lot of thought into this play. And they put a lot of thought into the whole conception or concept of the play. And I know they do that with everything. And I know, like, the one play that I saw, A Midsummer's Night Dream, what happened with that play is, instead of having the individuals be sort of like in a woods area with the Fairy King and Pip and all of them, they took them and they put them like in the 70s drug-induced trance and like this old artist like burnout place. So that was a concept and it could have worked, but like they went overboard with everything that happened. But in this particular play, like, everything was done so perfectly and everything was done so right, with putting Haiti and Rome and sort of like an Egyptian feel, and the stage. I forgot to mention the stage. Another thing that was so amazing in the Swan Theater, the theater itself is a sort of like, it has this back area, and in the back area, like, they filled it with water so it would look like the Nile. And they also have where, I know we saw the theater at the RSC when we saw Richard II, I believe it was, when he, like, the actors come in from the audience and they have, like, they use the whole theater, where it's like these parts right here, it'll have chairs and then it'll have two walkways where the actors are raised above the seats, but like they can walk through the theater. And the whole stage, like, there's never a bad seat because everybody can stand or everybody can sit and see wherever they are. So like, it was really amazing. And when the people would die and they would be led away, the Nile would come, like, they would have water that they filled up in the back. And like when Cleopatra and her ladies maids were like taking their bath, they would actually have them in this puddle of water, or in this large pool of water on the theater stage. So it's like, really cool concept, really cool theater, really cool usage of props, really cool usage of, or amazing usage of music and soundtrack, amazing actors and actresses, and no standing ovation. Amazing because with the actors, they also had a live band, and they had a live calypso band along with the actors sort of like accompanying them. And the man who played Eros and the soothsayer, let me show you what he looks like. But basically, this man right here, there you go, that man, he was basically like the man who sang throughout the whole thing, and he did a rendition of the song, I don't know what it's called, I just know the one lyric is, "Me say Deo, daylight come and I wanna go home," something like that. And he added a soulful tone, and it was like soulful and mournful in one period when like Antony and Cleopatra were being torn apart by Rome and, what's that one man's name? I want to say Caesar, but I'm not really sure. But basically, like, the whole cast was amazing, and when we got to the end, I just knew that it was going to get a standing ovation. Like, it was so good, I had to go and pick up a program. And you guys know how expensive programs basically are to the theater in London. but I picked it up, and we got to the ending scene. The actors came out, and literally, it couldn't have been more than 5 people stood up, and I was looking around like, how could nobody want to stand for this? This is an amazing play. These are amazing actors. These people put on an amazing show. The music was on point. The concept was on point. Everything flowed beautifully. The actors and actresses were amazing, and nobody stood. People literally were collecting their stuff to go, and even the reviews on it weren't that good, and it was just like, I didn't understand why, I didn't understand how. But then I went to another play before I saw this one, and this one was like a rendition of A Midsummer's Night Dream, and it had 2 famous people in, and for that one I really didn't enjoy it. Like, it was too cutting edge, and it was too like sexual of a play, and I know the play itself is supposed to be sort of like a Nymphs Gone Wild type of thing with A Midsummer's Night Dream, but it was so frustrating because this play, like, the actor who played the guy who gets turned into a donkey, he was a comedian in London, or in Britain, and he didn't play his role well, and it was like to the point where I felt uncomfortable watching it just because of like everything that was going on in the play. And then the girl who I think is Tatiana or something with a T, you know, the queen who becomes like transfixed and she falls in love with said donkey. Like, it just became weird. And you remember the one that we all saw as a program together, and that one was phenomenal, and everybody gave it a standing ovation, everybody was excited, and everything was good. This was the exact opposite. Like, people still stood because these people were famous, but it was like it didn't deserve it, and I was so upset in that case, or when I saw Antony and Cleopatra later, because it was like, why is it that people who deserve it don't get it, and then when you give it to people who are just famous and they've come to the theater, it's sort of just like, so we're standing. Was after I saw the Swan Theater performance, I sort of looked at it the same way you did, Karina, when you were like, how is it that people who deserve a standing ovation, even though they're not well-known actors and actresses, don't get one even after they put on this magnificent performance, opposed to the 2 people who were famous in the Midsummer's Night Dream production that I saw, where they were famous and they just got a huge standing ovation even though the play itself was bad. And it's just like really mind-boggling, because I actually felt that was one of the maybe 3 times in London where I saw a play and I felt moved, and that fact alone was enough to like throw me off, because like I said, I bought a program, and programs were not cheap. And also, like, through the whole thing, I remember we had the whole discussion, like, if we put on a movie, who would we want to play us? The girl who played Cleopatra, like, I was set for her to play me in my life. I was ready to just like go backstage, hand her a script and say, this is my life, take it away, whatever you want to do, do it, because she was that good. And it was just like, I didn't understand how or why somebody would choose to not give them a standing ovation. Mind blown. So Karina, if you ever want to stage a revolution of getting the standing ovation back, I'm here. Bye, you guys. Bye.